Hey guys, this is video number 5 in the song structure series, where here we are exploring the art of composition using song sections. And so far in the series we've covered a bit of ground, so here's a quick recap. In total, there are 7 common types of song sections that musicians often use in various songs, including an intro, verse, bridge, pre-chorus, chorus, interlude, and outro. And sometimes all of these song sections are used in a composition, and sometimes it's only some of them, with at least the main sections being the verse and the chorus in almost every song. And by arranging these sections and repeating some of them as a song progresses, songwriters are able to alternate between states of change and repetition, creating a sense of progress and forward momentum by advancing from one section to the next, but also injecting a sense of familiarity by repeating some of these sections as you go, so that the music kind of folds back on itself, looping through the past, present, and the future in a cyclical flow, back and forth, like I say, between these states of change and repetition. And in doing so, the best songwriters create a sense of balance here, between change and repetition. And in the previous video, we looked at how Paul McCartney did this in his 1965 song, Drive My Car, which is a perfect illustration of this idea about creating balance in a song. And while this movement through change and repetition involves a shift from one to the other, really this shift is minimal, because in each section of the song, the music stays within the same harmonic space. So the chords are centered around the same tonal center of gravity. So as we move through the various chord progressions, this alternation is subtle and creates a cohesive, balanced feel. So Drive My Car, like I say, is a brilliant example of this concept of the balance between change and repetition. And Paul McCartney is arguably the greatest songwriter of all time, so he definitely had this concept down. Though John Lennon was also excellent in his own right and did a great job of illustrating this in his song Ticket to Ride, also from 1965. So we're going to look at Ticket to Ride in this video to really illustrate and solidify these concepts. But before I play, I want to mention 2 things. The first one is that here we're looking at the theory of songwriting, the actual bones of a song. So we're not going to focus so much on the technique of fleshing out the song, because there's some great guitar riffs in this song, but I'm not going to focus so much on the technique or the how to play, but really the why of this song, why John Lennon structured it the way he did. And then also, I should mention that I'm using some simplified chords here. He used some 7th chords and some extended chords that make the song a little more nuanced and fleshed out, but here I'm just going to use the basic chords so you get the idea. So with that said, the song was written in the key of A and includes 5 chords from this key: A1, B minor 2, D4, E5, and F sharp minor 6. And in the various song sections, these chords flow through harmonic space in 3 progressions used in their respective sections. One progression used in the verse sections is made up of chords 1, 2, and 5, or A, B minor, and E. The next progression used in the chorus sections is made up of chords 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 5, 1, or F sharp minor, D, F sharp minor, D, F sharp minor, E, A. And then the last progression used in this song is in the bridge sections, and it just bounces back and forth between the 4 and 5 chords, or D and E. So we're going to play through the song one section at a time and really dissect it and understand its construction as we go. And as you'll see that at a micro level, each chord progression flows through the states of stability, change, and tension. It's moving through that harmonic space, flowing and ever-changing but repeating in a cyclical pattern. And then at a macro level, as we look at the song sections, it's also flowing through states of change and repetition as it moves through the verse and the chorus and the bridge sections. So let's jump into the intro, which is a droning A chord to establish A as the tonal center of gravity. Then it goes into the first verse. I think I'm gonna be sad, I think it's today, yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. So that's the first verse, going between chords A, B minor, and E, and then it goes into the chorus 1. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. So that first chorus is going between the 6th chord of stability to the D chord of change, chord of stability to the chord of change, D chord of stability to the chord of tension, E, and then back into the A, which is now going to drone on, getting us to the verse 2. She said that living with me was bringing her down, yeah. She would never be free when I was around. Chorus 2. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. So we've already gone through the verse and chorus a couple of times, so we're alternating between states of change and repetition, while within each chord progression flowing through states of stability, change, and tension. And now we're going to get to the bridge, the first bridge, which goes back and forth between the D4 and the E5. I don't know why she's riding so high. She ought to think right, she ought to do right by me. Before she gets to saying goodbye, she ought to think right, she ought to do right by me. And then verse 3, I think I'm gonna be sad, I think it's today, yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. And then back into chorus 3, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. And back into the bridge 2. I don't know why she's riding so high. She ought to think right, she ought to do right by me. Before she gets to saying goodbye, she ought to think right, she ought to do right by me. Back into verse 4. I said that living with me was bringing her down, yeah. For she would never be free when I was around. Then back to chorus 4. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. Then we're just gonna drone on that A into the outro. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. It's really high for my vocals. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. And just again reestablishes and reiterates that A is the tonal center here. So this is John Lennon's Ticket to Ride, which is such a great example of how a brilliant tune can arise from such a simple structure, and how the states, the harmonic states of stability, change, and tension flow as the song progresses through each song section and alternates between feelings of change and repetition. As one song section is familiar and then you move to a new section, there's that change that's going on, but then you also loop through the song sections and repeat them, so there's a familiarity and there's that balance and that yin-yang between song sections. And with only 5 basic song sections and 5 chords, it really is remarkable how memorable this song is. But as the Beatles proved time and again, the value of a song doesn't come from the complexity of its structure or even how many chords it has, but instead all that really matters is that the music is allowed to flow naturally with the ability to strike a balance between its elements in the process. Of course, there are a number of ways to achieve this balance, and so far we've only focused on the most common method, which is to use chord progressions to alternate between states of change and repetition as you move from one song section to the next. But the other layers of a song, like the lyrics, the melody, and the rhythm, also influence the overall equilibrium of the music. And in the next video, we're going to walk through an excellent example of how this is done. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.